part of my appearance as my wardrobe consists of either workout clothes or pajamas. So you're getting workout clothes. Any case, I am cooking again tonight. I kind of put out a Facebook feeler to see if I should treat myself and order in because I've been cooking at home for the past week, or if I should keep going. And the consensus was to keep going. So tonight's menu, we are going to repurpose last night's risotto and make some arancini.
So you'll see here that I have my dredging setup all formed for battering the risotto balls or the arancini. So all I did was I had mixed in an egg with the leftover risotto, and then I cupped them in my hands and stuffed them with the shredded cheese, and then formed balls. Yes, I said balls. Then over here I have my dredging flour. This is the first coating. I seasoned it with a little bit of salt and pepper. We have some egg here, and then here are the breadcrumbs that I did with the Italian seasoning. I seasoned them myself instead of buying pre-seasoned ones from the grocery store. So anyway, so I'm going to take these guys, toss them in the flour, toss them in the egg, get them in the breadcrumbs, and then I will be refrigerating them just for a little bit so the coating can really stick, and then we will be frying them up later on. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I formed the arancini and I have them chilling in my fridge. There's two reasons for it. One is that I am heating up this fry oil, and it's better to keep them in the fridge while they're doing that. It helps with the coating. But also the risotto, when I was forming the arancini, got a little warm in my hands. So if I had those balls like right in the hot oil, they would fall apart completely. So this is something that you can definitely do ahead of time. You could either refrigerate for a while, or even better, you can stick in the freezer and do it another date. So for example, if I wanted to be lazy tonight and order in but still prep these, I could have done all the breading, everything, frozen them, and then maybe someday next week fried them up. But I decided just to be fat and gross tonight. So here we are. So we're waiting for this oil to get to about 350. Right now it's at 280. So it's not quite hot enough yet for our frying. Also, because we're trying to be not wasteful, here is some sauce that I made earlier in the week. Just a simple marinara sauce. And I also heated up some leftover, or rather some raw Italian sausage that might have gone bad, to make a chunky sauce to dip the arancini in at a later time. So stay tuned and we'll be frying these babies up shortly. Okay, our oil is nice and hot, so we are going to drop a couple of these puppies in. In this size pot, no more than 2 or 3 of them. We don't want to overcrowd the pot. So you can gently drop it in. Don't burn your fingers. And then you want to fry them for probably about 5 minutes, turning them halfway. Another thing to keep in mind, make sure that you use either a heat-resistant utensil or a metal utensil. A lot of plastic utensils will melt right in the oil. So these are about half done. I turned them over. You see they've got a beautiful deep golden brown color. One thing to keep an eye on is the temperature of your fry oil, because as you add the cold food into the oil, the temperature will go down. So I had this on low heat, and now I just cranked up the heat to try and keep it at an appropriate temperature. But the other side is taking a little bit longer as a result. So you'll see here that I did take out the first batch, and I'm really happy with how they came out, because as you can see, I coated them well, and even though this guy looks like he was ready to burst, he did not, which is good, because otherwise our oil would have been a mess and we might have ruined the whole batch. So one other thing I have going on is, as I mentioned, my oil got a little bit cold. So while I am heating this guy up, I am gonna stick the ones that I already made in a warm oven, just about 200 degrees, maybe 250, until I'm ready to serve. All right, we are are ready to go. I tore open one of these. You can see all the gooey melted cheese. This is ready for serving. I just sprinkled and garnished with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Then I have some tomato sauce to dip on the side. I cannot wait to eat one of these, and I wish you luck making these at home. Stay safe, everyone.